Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to Lexa Tarot. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just look down below in the description box and click those links and information down below. Today, I am doing a live stream for all the couples, twin flame, soulmate, people in connection, partnerships, or those of you who have a significant other or are in a connection in some way, shape, or form. I do this every month. So for those of you who have missed it before and you are new to the channel, welcome. I am doing this as a live stream. So that means that down below in the description box, you will see the timestamps. Just go straight to the timestamp so you can skip over the shuffling and me saying hi to the intuitive friends who may be joining just to say hi throughout the live stream. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so intuitive friends, today I'm going to be channeling messages, focusing on what may potentially be here, the energy, the overall energy within your connection. Okay, so this is within your connection, whether that connection is a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, whether this connection just started, whether this connection has been you've been together for quite some time, however that may resonate for you, then today I will be channeling those messages. Now, if you missed the first part of the reading, which is Aries to Leo, that's part one, because I remember I had a little bit of a glitch in that one. That's already posted. So just take a look in the playlist and click on that one. Now, then I have part two for Leo all the way through Capricorn. Okay, so you can take a look at that. Again, that already is in the playlist under couples reading. Okay, today I'll be focusing on the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, as well as the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I will go through each individually. And after I finish showing the live stream, you can look down below and just give me maybe 30 minutes or so after the live stream, and then you'll be able to see the timestamps. Okay, that being said, if you are listening to this live, now is the time to lower the volume, as I will do a little bit of clearing here and grounding. Actually, it's more grounding than clearing, but I'm going to be doing that now. So this is going to sound off very high pitch, so just lower the volume if need be. All right, intuitive friends, let us start with our readings. I'm going to be starting with Gemini, followed up by Libra, then Aquarius. Then after Aquarius will be Scorpio, followed by Cancer, and then Pisces. Okay. And no worries, if you are joining me live, you will be able to see in the chat feed where I am in regards to the signs. Okay. So again, today I'll be channeling messages for the air signs in their connection, as well as the water signs, okay? And these readings are for mid-June all the way through mid-July, okay? All right, so let us start with Gemini. Hi, Gemini, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, or my credentials, just look down below in the description box and click on those links. And just letting you know that we have a new addition to our Lexa Tarot family, and that is Ace. Ace is the puppy. That's the puppy in the family here. And believe it or not, he already has a YouTube channel. So if you're interested in finding out more about Ace, taking a look at him and giving him some likes and some love, feel free to look down below in the description box where you will see his link to his channel. And he also has an Instagram. So if you guys are interested in that. That being said, hello, Gemini, and welcome to the channel. Whether you are a Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Gemini may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on the overall energy here, potentially between, the overall energy potentially here, starting mid-June through mid-July. That being said, let's take a look at what's coming through for you and your partner. Okay, so Geminis, whether you are Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, okay? Now, if you know your placements in the 7th house, 5th house, Juno, okay, or Juno, those are good placements as well as your Venus. So the more you know about your astrological natal chart, the more you know where to look. If you're interested in that, take a look in the description box, and I have a free place for you to check out more of that. Okay, so here you have silent remnants. Admit the uncertainty. Love has the power to rebuild trust. So Gemini, there may be here a potential energy between you and your partner here, mid-June through mid-July, focusing on the manner in which either one or two things, how you have been communicating in this connection in the past or recent past, or there could be here a potential for a situation, circumstance, or event in the near future, meaning mid-June through mid-July, potentially here, where there may be a little bit either of tension, disagreement. There could also be here this energy, Gemini, where due to that friction that may be coming up or discussion or however this may show up in your connection, that there is this sense of kind of like being unsure or uncertain here in something regarding trust, loyalty, devotion here for some of you. Okay, we'll see how else this may play out here for you, but let's take a look at what else is coming through. Okay, now these messages are on both ends. This card has messages on both ends, which I'm only looking at the message that's facing me. Okay, not the one that's facing you guys. All right, let's take a look and see what else is coming through here for Gemini and their partner, whether that is Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or other placements on the astrological natal chart. What's coming through for the both of you. And you both have here carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. So there could be a physical, mental, or energetic connection here having to do with movement, okay? Whether that is moving towards each other or moving away from each other. That could go either way here. Remember, this is a general reading. Especially with the fact that it says admin, the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. Again, that could go in either direction. But what I am getting here is that there is this feeling of both of you here feeling as if something is going on, something is moving, you know, in either direction. Well, you have here good news, and for some of you here, this is wonderful. I mean, this is good news. This could also be talking about a journey, either physical or mental, granted, movement, but there could be movement to being more of an active listener within the connection, especially with the fact that silent remnants are here. It says love has a power to rebuild trust. So there may be something here coming up in the near future, meaning mid-June through mid-July, where it requires both of you not only to communicate as in discussing, talking, but also communicate in regards to moving in a healthier way of listening to each other's point of view or ideas within the connection. This could be within the connection. This could be something external as well. We'll see how this moves along as I do the reading. Right now, I am focusing on Gemini, and up next will be Libra. So, Gemini, let's take a look at what's coming through for the both of you. What is the overall energy here between you and your partner mid-June through mid-July? And you have here Turkey. Okay. Turkey says someone is behaving stupidly. Okay. So there could be here a situation, circumstance, or event, an old pattern of behavior surfacing or resurfacing, especially here, Gemini, if either you or your partner has the tendency to resolve issues or resolve situations, circumstances, or events by mentally disengaging, meaning, oh, that's it, I'm not going to think about that, I'm just going to walk another direction, or doing the silent treatment. So if those patterns are seen or done in your connection, this could be talking about the aftermath or the effects of that either decision, action, and it could be a coping mechanism. Some people just have a very difficult time expressing themselves. Instead of expressing themselves, they just take a step forward, take a step backward. Instead of fighting for, and I don't mean fighting, but I mean instead of showing like, yes, I'm invested, and yes, we had an argument, but I still want to be here with you and for you, they tend to just go, whatever, and they move in another direction. But again, it could be a coping mechanism here. So that being said, this could be someone either saying or not saying something, or doing or not doing something that may be considered by either you or the other person as not the best moves here. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through here for you and your partner, Gemini. What I'm getting here also with the ear is that there could be here one of you, whether that be you, Gemini, or whether that be your partner, being kind of like, I'm hearing the voice of reason. So there could be here either you or your partner here being the voice of reason in a way, trying to bring together by listening or by sharing some type of either a positive reinforcement or positive healthy way of communication in regards to talking more about what this may be or who this may be involving. All right, so let's see what else is coming through for you, Gemini, and your partner mid-June through mid-July. And you have here, love yourself first. Your self-respect, and when I say your, I mean both of you, because this is a mutual energy, okay? So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So I'm seeing here reconciliation, which is funny because I'm seeing the Three of Cups. So I'm seeing, remember that I just said someone, being more kind of mature or more doing a more proactive, healthy way of approaching the other person. And I feel that that's what this is talking about here for you. Again, this is just validation, confirmation, but in the manner in which this is approached by either you, Gemini, or your partner, there's a sense here of you showing your partner like, yes, listen, I may be upset. We might not be getting along right now. I know you don't want to hug me, give me a kiss or whatever, physically, emotionally, or whatever, mentally, but I'm still all in this connection, and I need you to be here all in with me. Okay. So I feel that one of you is going to be that kind of yielding type of individual that really wants to create that healthy boundary or strengthen that healthy patterns of behavior here within the connection. And I feel that that kind of, in a way, calling out your partner, and not in a negative way, in a positive way. And what do I mean calling out your partner in a positive way? It's pretty much starting with, listen, when you did X, Y, and Z, or when you said X, Y, and Z, or the manner you were approached X, Y, and Z, it made me feel this way. It made me feel this way. I thought like this, that, and the other, and kind of, moving in the direction of trying to reconcile rather than to, go in separate ways. Okay. Of course, this is a general reading, and this could be seen in multiple ways, especially if it's something very like, unhealthy, then of course use your judgment on that. But, this is giving me this energy here of, just different ways and different coping mechanisms here, Gemini, that either you or your partner may just have instinctually. You know how sometimes we revert back to what we've always done, and it may be very different with how they or you chose to handle things in prior connections versus how you are choosing to resolve any situation, circumstance, or event, whether this is internal within your connection or externally here with each other. That being said, let's take a look here at what else is coming through here for you, Gemini. And remember, Gemini, stay to the end because I do have a mutual advice for the both of you. Let's see what else is coming through for you, Gemini, and your partner. You do have here the Wheel of Fortune. Things will improve, but things will improve depending on the energy that is being used in order to resolve the situation, circumstance, or event. Okay. So I feel here there may be one person pulling in one direction and being a little bit more quiet and resorting to maybe unhealthy tactics or coping mechanism. There may be one person here who may be kind of like I said before, that I was getting like the voice of reason, trying to patch things up in some way, shape, or form, and calling out or just bringing to the awareness of the other person that, hey, listen, I really didn't like that, or that wasn't the best thing for our connection. And, approaching it in that manner, of course, with love first, meaning loving intentions, and of course placing each other at the top of the list. Okay, so here with the Wheel of Fortune, this is Jupiter energy. Okay, Jupiter right now I want to say is in Cancer, so there's this sense of nurturing, compassion here, but the Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny, about improvement, about progressing. Jupiter is known as the planet of bringer of good luck and expansion, and so there may be here a turning point where perhaps the person who may be a little bit more or using an unhealthy coping mechanism may be more open to listening or sharing their opinion or sharing how they feel about something, and maybe the movement is closer towards each other rather than farther apart from each other. So the Wheel of Fortune here may be giving that energy here of again, of a sense of improvement or getting back into the flow of the connection. Here with the Five of Swords, again, like I said, there could be here some emotions being felt here. Now, granted, Swords is not about emotions, but if you look at that person who has that injury on their hand, you have the penguin here trying to console the other. So although Swords is all about the mind and communication, or the truth of the communication, like I said before at the top of the reading, I feel that one person will explain or show this kind of like, listen, I didn't like how that may have felt, that injured me, that hurt me, that, hurt my emotions, that, created some sense of uneasiness. I don't like what I'm feeling. I don't like the silent treatment. I don't like you emotionally, physically, or energetically detaching from the connection and falling into your head space. But know that I'm still all in. Okay. So that's the energy that I'm getting here. Both of you coping with that energy and being more, forgiving with each other about it. Okay. So beautiful message there. Again, the Five of Swords, they're giving me that energy. I do feel that there may be here a feeling of regret, whether it's on your end or maybe the other person's end. But I feel that if this potential situation, circumstance, or event or energy is not handled with a tactful or in a tactful way, in a way where it's kind of like, hey, listen, and again, every situation may be different. This is a general reading, but it's more of a yes, There's a requirement here to be honest. Yes, there's a requirement here to express the emotions and say, hey, listen, this is how I'm feeling. And, it is what it is, but I am still all in the connection and vice versa. Okay. So that's what I'm getting here. Let's take a look at your advice. Okay, Gemini. And then up next, we'll have Libra. It says, take control. Remember that I said at the top of the reading that I feel that one person here is going to extend an olive branch in some way, shape, or form. Now, should it only be one person? No. But usually in a connection, and depending the context of the disagreement or the context of where this silent treatment may potentially be seen here between mid-June through mid-July, there could be here someone trying to, step forward and saying, hey, let's work with this situation in the best way we can. And again, like I said, with the turkey here, someone kind of in a loving way, kind of calling out what it is that needs to be taken care of together as a couple. You have take control in a relationship or situation. Your passive stance has caused you to miss opportunities that haven't been yours. Now is the moment to take charge, step forward, and claim what is rightfully yours. Whether this advice is for you on your end, Gemini, or your partner on their end. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Libra. And for those of you who are joining, welcome. My name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, well, take a look down below in the description box, especially if you are interested in a private reading. All my information and links are down below. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these are all free channeled messages. And if you are or know people in your social circle who you feel may benefit from this channel, my content, or these lives, well, feel free to share my YouTube channel link with them. I'm also on Instagram, so you can follow me there, as well as on Facebook. All my information is underneath the banner. All right. Up next is going to be Libra. Just give me 1 second. Let me drink some water. If you are looking for the fire and earth signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, all those messages are up already in the couples section of the playlist. Okay. Today, I'll be focusing on air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, as well as water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay. Up next, we have, and by the way, I haven't forgotten, I know I need to do the single readings, and I'll be doing that shortly. All right. So we're going to now focus on Libra. All right. Let's see here. So for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing, I'm just placing it in the chat since, sometimes you do join, some of you join, some of you are new to the channel. So no worries. So we have Gemini. Oh, we have Libra. Okay, there we go. All righty. All right. Hello, intuitive friends, and thank you so much for the thumbs up there. Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back to the channel. And now I'm going to start with Libra. Hi, Libra, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Libra may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box and click on those credentials link. Also, you can click there if you are interested in a private reading as well. Okay. That being said, if you missed the other signs of this reading, just take a look at the couples reading. Air signs and earth, I'm sorry, fire signs and earth signs are already in the couples reading. Today, I'll be channeling air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, as well as the water signs, okay? Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Now, the reason why you see me flip half of the deck or whatever came out over is because this deck has messages on both ends, so both ends, okay? Now, if you are liking what you are seeing in regards to the messages that you are receiving, then feel free to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out when I do live 5-minute readings for my intuitive, current subscribers or new subscribers to my channel. All right, let's take a look here, Libra. What is the overall energy between you and your partner? Connection, twin flame, soulmate, couple energy, however you may identify your connection. This could be your spouse, your significant other, someone that you're interested, however this may resonate. But let's take a look at the overall energy in regards to you and your partner. This is a mutual energy, so let's take a look at what potential energies you have here between now, meaning mid-June, all the way through mid-July. That being said, look at this. It says, hanging on, release the past and let yourself love again. Okay. So, Libra, this is coming through as either you or your partner here trying to make something work. Okay. This is this energy of like, listen, we all go through ups and downs, and I feel like I really want to continue working on our connection in some way, shape, or form. I feel here it's like egos being put aside, pride being put aside, and really focusing on what matters. Now, I do feel here, Gemini, now, I'm sorry, not Gemini, Libra, whether this is on your side or on your partner's side. Okay, so it all depends. But either you, Libra, or your partner may have had a very difficult breakup, separation, or divorce in the past or recent past, or in their prior connection. Okay. However, that may be, whether that resonates for you, whether this resonates for your partner. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there seems to be here this energy, okay, where either you've dealt with this before or there may be a situation, circumstance, or event coming up in mid-June through mid-July where either one of you or both of you start kind of either doing the same things that you may have done in other connections, whether that's patterns of behavior, coping mechanisms, unhealthy strategies of whatever that may be, where it's very interesting because this Gemini got the same type of message, and it's like going back and reverting to that type of behavior, reverting back to those old ways, or how you coped or how you didn't cope, or however that was in a past connection, and bringing that energy into this present connection. Now, the reason that may be the case is because either one of you, okay, or both of you may not have healed completely. And sometimes we think we're healed until two minds collide, meaning everything seems hunky dory and beautiful and wonderful until we start not agreeing on something. And so that's when you start seeing, am I truly healed from the past or recent past, or am I still doing what I used to do in a past connection in this current connection or partnership? Okay, so I do feel here that there are two people who are very much deeply attracted to each other, in love with each other, connecting with each other, but maybe reverting to old past energies of how they used to cope with something in the past or recent past. Okay, and so it's saying here that the same way or the same things that may have gone, array, if there was a breakup, separation, or divorce in a past connection, and you still have not outgrown those coping mechanisms and they were not very healthy, guess what? It's going to happen again. It's going to show up here in this one. Sometimes people think that it's like, I'll get a new person, I'll have a new connection, and it'll be different. And sometimes it's not the other person that's different, but it's you. You need to change something in how the connection is being structured, or how the connection is showing up, or how you are showing up in the connection when things get a little bit rough. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at what has come out for you, Gemini, and your partner. It says, oh, but actually, there's three cards here. So we have here Forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. And there may be a situation, circumstance, or event here mid-June through mid-July that may create some sense of something that's seeming clear. Okay, so there could be a sense of uncertainty, hesitation. There could be here something not seeing something very clearly, but I'm also getting that it's not so. Listen, for some of you, that's exactly what it is, what I just channeled. But for others of you, I'm getting here, it's not that you don't see clearly, it's that you're not taking a look at the other person's perspective based on whatever may have resorted to this little bit of tension here within your connection between you and your partner. So why am I saying that? Well, because there are two different ways to look at this forest. We could take a look at the aerial view of the forest, or we can take a look at every single tree within this forest. And so there may be here, Libra, a difference in how you see things in your perspective versus how your partner, soulmate, twin flame, connection, spouse may see the same exact situation, but from a different point of view. So I'm getting here that there may be just different perspectives of how to see that same thing. So again, it's the same picture of the forest. You'll have one person looking at it from a very holistic aerial view, and you'll have someone looking at every single tree within the forest. That being said, you also have here Sun, which it says happiness and well-being, and heartache over what you no longer have. Okay. And there could be here some conflict resolution. Okay. Listen, Libra, your this reading for you and your partner is looking as if it's like not all hope is lost. Okay. So whatever this may be about, whether this is something from the past or recent past between you and this person and your connection, twin flame, soulmate, partner, spouse, however this may be, and you, that there is this sense here of really connecting with one another, wanting to hang on to the energy that is still being felt, but just maybe not understanding how to do it coming from different points of view. And especially if you're carrying, whether that be you, Libra, or your partner, carrying past hurt, okay, from other situations, circumstances, or events from the past or recent past, whether it be this connection or whether it be from prior connections, okay? So that is what's coming through. Let's take a look at what else is coming through, both for you, Libra, and your partner. And again, for those of you who are watching this live, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and take a look. Also, if you have friends that are single, take a look at the single playlist. I will be channeling those messages as soon as I finish the couples reading. Chances are I'll do that tomorrow, just so that I can have an opportunity to come back later tonight and give you more of a live, okay? All right, let's take a look here, Libra. What's coming through for you and your partner here for mid-June through mid-July? And we have here worth waiting for. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation. Libra, there's someone here, okay, that is telling you, whether it's the ethereal, whether it's your higher self, whether it's your intuition, you know what you feel in the connection that you feel it with. Your partner, the other person, your connection, your spouse, your significant other, your The person that you're with is feeling it too. But here's the thing, there's something here in regards to giving things time, okay? And getting to know each other may be one of them. Okay. What do I mean by getting to know each other? And for some of you who are in seasoned connections, this still could apply to you because we're forever evolving and changing. How you are or how you may be, right now at this moment in time may be very different than who you were and how you were 2 years ago. Okay. There could be life circumstances here changing and therefore changing the manner and the perspective that you view things. So, the more that you both have the time to get to know each other, or for others of you, if you are in a seasoned connection, the more that you take the time to bond over where you are right now, emotionally, mentally, energetically within your connection, the more there was going to be the sense of bonding, the more that you are going to say, you know what, some things just need time to resolve themselves. Some things, sometimes the answers don't come up right away. Okay. Sometimes the healing doesn't come up right away. Sometimes here, especially when there is a lot of buildup and a lot of residual energy from past breakup, separation, divorces, or here just past arguments within the connection, is kind of difficult to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so, Libra, this is saying here there's something worth fighting for, but understanding that the perspectives here may change. You may see things from a global, wider perspective, and your partner may see it more of an individual or singular perspective, or vice versa. Okay. However, there is a lot of happiness and well-being here, and there is this energy of letting bygones be bygones here, but all depending on, are both of you willing and ready to continue to reveal yourselves and share your vulnerabilities with each other? Okay, so I do X, Y, and Z because when I am angry, when I am hurt, or when I am blah, 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 I, tend to have a tendency to do X, Y, and Z. And I notice that this bothers you. So how would you want me to approach the situation next time? And having that conversation, vice versa. So I'm not just putting everything on you, Libra. That is a conversation that both of you, again, if you want to continue to grow closer with each other, that is a conversation here that's looking as if it would be necessary in order for both of you to continue to reveal your innermost selves with each other, and for your bond to deepen through that sense of vulnerability. Okay. That being said, let's take a look at what else is coming through. And don't forget here, Libra, I do have an advice here at the end of this reading. And for those of you who are waiting for the next sign, would be Aquarius. Okay. So I'll be channeling that shortly. Let's take a look here, Libra, between you and your partner connection. All right, you have here the King of Cups. Look at that. A lot of loving energy. And I feel that this kind of worth the wait. This moment of taking a step back and just kind of surrendering to the process of learning and learning more how to deal with the vulnerabilities, or deal with how there's a knee-jerk reaction here due to past pain or past, patterns that have been kind of like I'm seeing here, things that have been going for quite some time, and you're just bringing, either you, Libra, or the other person, bringing those kind of coping mechanisms into this connection here, again, maybe causing a little bit of friction. But all in all, listen, the King of Cups, beautiful energy to have here between the both of you. Listen, there's love here, there's fondness here, there's definitely something here worth fighting for and worth investing in, if both of you are willing to understand each other's perspective. The King of Cups is a person, or people, in this case, this is a mutual energy here between the both of you. Both two people who are emotionally smart, emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent. Okay. Both of you connect with each other in regards to, how you connect with each other, or how you bond with each other, for a lack of a better word. It's through vibes and energy. So this is saying here there's this sense of romance within this connection, and there may be here either romantic actions or romantic type of showing that, yes, you know what, I am willing to continue to learn and grow. Okay. Hello, Angel. Welcome. All right. Here you have the Eight of Pentacles. And guess what? The Eight of Pentacles is as long as two people. Here we go. And I said this a little while ago. There could be one of you here that may be kind of in a way stepping forward and saying, hey, listen, I apologize. Or, hey, listen, I'm really truly invested in ensuring that our connection continues to grow and to flow. And the Eight of Pentacles is saying that energy. That energy is, as you can see here, one person with a lot of eight pentacles here, in a way giving it to the other person, while someone here, the other person has something that they're carrying. So there is a little bit here of this give and take energy between the both of you. Not only give and take, but also the energy here of the Pentacles energy, and that is continuing to invest in one another and continue to have the patience. Now, let me explain something to you. Pentacles energy is a slow moving energy. So this Pentacles energy is right under getting to know each other. So there's this sense of continuing to unfold and unravel emotions through those challenging times that you and your partner may come to, or may, experience here between mid-June through mid-July. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through for you, Libra, and your partner, the both of you. Let's see what's coming through. And both of you here have flexibility. I mean, talk about validation, confirmation. Exactly what I just said a little while ago here with this Eight of Pentacles about this mutual give and take. Okay. So one person may be a little bit more resistant, as there's one person here who has something in their hands. And in order to receive what the other person is giving, one person has to let go of those sticks that they are holding back here, while this person is giving or gifting something in return. So again, there is this kind of flexibility or equal exchange. Let's take a look here at what the advice is. Before I even jump to the advice, I do want to say that there is an octopus here. So I feel that I'm getting the message, all hands need to be on deck. What does that mean? Whatever the situation, circumstance, or event may potentially be here for the both of you, mid-June through mid-July, it requires, no matter how busy both of you may be, it requires both of you to really focus on honing in to what it is that you feel is valuable in this connection. And for both of you, again, like I said, an equal give and take in regards to these Pentacles energy. All right, that being said, Libra, let's take a look at what this says. It says, like an octopus swimming in the deep sea, your flexibility. And when it says yours, that means both of you. Your flexibility is your best weapon against pressure. Okay, so what pressure? The internal pressures in your connection, or the external pressures from the connection from the outside in. Okay, it says adapting to change isn't about surrender, it's about smartly realigning yourself. True strength lies in constant adaptation. Okay, the more that you are able to adapt, okay, here with Worth the Wait, the more that you are able to understand each other's vulnerability and how your past connections may potentially be showing up in your current connection with hanging on. Okay, so the more that you are aware of that dynamic, the more you can be aware and how you can fix it and make it better within your connection. That being said, I hope these messages have been insightful here, Libra. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, or subscribe to the channel. And I look forward to seeing you in our next live. Thank you so much and have a good one. For those of you who are watching, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. Sorry, I'm drinking a little bit of water. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you need to know in regards for your connection. Okay, what is coming up for both you and your partner here potentially mid-June through mid-July. All right. That being said, let's take a look at the next sign. And the next sign is Aquarius. So for those of you who are Aquarius and are waiting, welcome. Let's take a look here at what's coming through for the both of you. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, here we go. All right, so next up we have Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Aquarius may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are both for you and your significant other, twin flame, soulmate, couple, spouse, however you may title your connection. These messages are for you. And today, Aquarius, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you need to know, okay, in regards to the energy between you and your partner here, potentially mid-June through mid-July. Now, if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, my credentials, or if you are interested in a private reading, then take a look down below in the description box. All my information is there. And as well as, sorry, what was that? Okay. As well as the, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm here. It's just, guess what? I have a puppy now. he's relaxing. By the way, he's a Pisces. And I thought he's like literally under me, kind of like next to my feet. But yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, if you want to see him, take a look down below in the description box. His puppy channel is there as well. All right, let's take a look here, Aquarius. What's coming through for you and your partner, okay? For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to our channel, okay? I greatly appreciate it. Let's take a look here. And the reason why I did that is because this deck has messages on both ends of the cards, okay? Now, the message that I will be reading is the message that is facing me, not the one that's facing you. And sure enough, here, Aquarius, we have swept away. Okay, swept away. This says caught up in the romance or clearing out emotions. Now, this could go either way here. Okay, Aquarius, because as you know, this is a general reading. So for some of you here, mid-June through mid-July, there may be some of you who may be caught up in the romance, meaning still feeling as if kind of like some of you may be even starting the connection. This may be an early connection, but I'm getting like the newlywed phase, that honeymoon stage within the connection. And I don't mean that you are both married to each other. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is the term. The term honeymoon phase is like when you first meet each other and things are going well, maybe, the first 6 months of the connection, people are starting to, get to know each other. Things may seem, a little bit more, kind of like first new type of experience. For others of you here, what I'm getting here with caught up in the romance is there may be a rekindling in your connection, a reignited passion. Okay. So those are for those of you who are in a seasoned connection with your partner, spouse, connection, a significant other, however you may title your connection. So I'm getting here that some of you may be having this reignited passion with each other. And for others of you, especially if you just met or you are in the early stages of getting to know each other, this is coming across as like, yeah, you're still kind of caught up in that beautiful energy of, getting to know each other, honeymoon phase, as well here as like the newlywed phase. Okay. For others of you though, it says here, clearing out emotions. There may be a little friction here coming up mid-June through mid-July. Friction to the point where two people here may be at odds with each other. Okay, because intuitively, I'm seeing the Three of Swords having something to do here, Aquarius, in regards to this connection. Okay, so Three of Swords, yes, it's about pain. It's about, feeling sad and hurt. But the the Three of Swords energy that I'm seeing clairvoyantly here may be very much connected to kind of like bumping of the heads. Okay, there could be just differences of opinion. You can have an opinion, Aquarius. Your partner may have a whole different opinion and about the same matter. So it could be the same thing. So the same thing being one sword in the middle and then two different approaches. Okay. So I'm getting that. For others of you, there may be a three-party situation. What do I mean by a three-party situation? Yes, it could potentially here involve an external person or an external force. Okay, it could go either way. But the Three of Swords that I'm seeing clairvoyantly here, it's, this friction or tension coming in between the both of you, whether it's externally or internally within the connection. Okay. So some of you here may be clearing out or in a way discussing, talking about how to resolve perhaps here a situation, circumstance, or event that may be kind of in a way creating some sense of conflict or some sense of tension within your connection. And sure enough, one of you here may be saying, hey, listen, let's work this out. Another person may be running away, meaning kind of like they get caught up in their emotions and going in another direction. Or maybe both of you here saying, you know what, let's both move in the direction of having a romantic getaway, having a vacation together. Let's move in the direction of peace. Let's continue to move in the direction of, having or clearing something out. Okay. Because horse is all about movement. Because listen, even if this is not a tarot deck, okay, this is an oracle deck, I'm getting the knight's energy. And the knight's energy in tarot is all about movement. So there is this sense of wanting to move out of a difficult situation, circumstance, or event within the connection. And some of you here trying to move within, go deeper in the connection, especially for those of you that are, like it says, caught up in romance. I feel that there is a part of you or within this connection where it's like, I'm ready for the next step. I'm ready to level up in this connection. Okay, so there's a sense of movement in some way, shape, or form. Let's see what else is coming through here for the both of you, Aquarius. And you have here Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. As long as both of you are in this alignment of, like I said, moving in a more of a peaceful type of energy, moving towards a solution, moving towards reignited passion, then there is this sense of this beautiful energy coming in for the both of you, which in this deck, this is not the Tower in tarot. This is a tarot in this deck, in this oracle deck. And it says solid foundation, success with effort. Okay, so there's this focus on moving towards a stronger foundation or a stronger connection here within your relationship here. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through for the both of you. All right, Aquarius, and please stay to the end of the reading because I do have here advice with this deck that I do want to share. Look at that four-leaf clover. This is a beautiful, card to have. It says great and good fortune. Okay, so again, there is a silver lining here, especially for those of you who are, coming in this energy here potentially where things may be a little bit rough. Okay, so this is giving that kind of thumbs up. I feel more of a reignited passion in this connection than anything else. So we'll see how else this is shaping up here for the both of you. All right, let's take a look. And we have here, hello, Dan. Oh, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. We have here, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I feel this is for both of you, okay? The more that both of you respect each other, the more that you are able to kind of say, hey, listen, I may not have liked this, that, and the other. How can we clear that from our connection so that we can continue to evolve, so that we can continue to move towards a longer lasting, more stable and healthier connection? Okay. That being said, you also have here honest communication. Honest communication says expect a heart-to-heart conversation. That's going to be very, very important. Okay. So moving in the direction of how can we make this work? How can we, find a healthy way of creating a more healthier foundation, or what efforts can we both do and show each other that we can move in that direction, so that I am showing my partner that I am kind of doing things in good faith, within the connection. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. And then, of course, I'll give you the potential advice here for you, Aquarius, as well as, okay, that didn't even, let's try that one more time. Ooh, there. Okay, so the Four of Wands wants to come out. That's a good one. That's stability. That's actually the same exact message as the Tower. But let's see what else is coming through. Listen, the Four of Wands is stability. The Four of Wands is a commitment. So again, there could be a higher level of commitment. There we go. The Hierophant talk about validation, confirmation. Listen, you in your reading here, Aquarius, there are two cards focusing on what is known as the marriage card in tarot. Okay, so you have the Four of Wands, which is known as the marriage card in tarot. You also have the Hierophant, also the marriage card in tarot, and the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So again, the planet of love, and all that beautiful stuff. Okay, so Four of Wands, more stability. Okay, being able to place the adequate time and effort into your connection, okay, is needed here this month. Here you also have honest communication about, here we go. Honest communication for some of you about what you want to see in your connection. Some of you may want marriage, some of you may not. Are you both aligned at the core value system here towards each other? Is there longevity? Do you see it? Do you feel it? And if you don't, then it's time to speak up and talk about it, because one of you here may be feeling like, listen, I'm ready for the next step. And there's kind of like this sense of checking in. For some of you, there's this kind of like whirlwind romance where it's like, wow, I feel that this person is the one for me. I do see longevity with my person. Either way, the Four of Wands with their Hierophant is telling me here that both of you may seem as if you are really caught up in, number one, this energy of romance, this energy of, being in this connection long term, or at least seeing qualities within each other that makes you say, okay, listen, I'm open to that possibility. For others of you, there's a reignited passion. There's like a recommitment here of either your vows, okay, or recommitment to stabilizing or grounding whatever here may be connected to clearing something out. So there, for some of you here, it's like it's important for you to clear something out so you know where both of you stand within the connection. Last but not least, here, Aquarius, let's see what's coming through for the both of you. Interesting. This one didn't want to come out. You have fresh opening. Remember that I said reignited passion. There we go. Validation confirmation here. Fresh opening says destiny has opened a new door for you. Like I said, some of you are just starting this connection. There's kind of like we're just starting this connection. We're getting to know each other. There's this kind of like being feeling like you've been swept off your feet. For others of you, there's this sense of like, listen, we've gone through a lot in the past or recent past. We're a season's connection. How can we level up our connection? How can we level up our love? Okay. Destiny has opened a new door for the both of you. Okay. Let yourselves dive into this fresh life. Open your heart fully and welcome the gifts you deserve. Okay. There you go. All right, fresh opening here for the both of you. It's like, the fresh opening is coming across as this energy of the Fool card in tarot. Okay, so it's giving that vibe where two people are like, let's take a leap forward. All right, that being said, Aquarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, take a look at the playlist. Turn on your notification bells and alerts so that when I am doing a live, especially for the 5-minute channeling of messages that I do for those of you who are already currently subscribed to the channel, or for those of you who are new, so you can take part in that. Okay, that being said, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Scorpio. Scorpio is coming up next. For those of you who are still joining me here, welcome. Thank you so much, intuitive friends, for checking in and saying hi. I greatly appreciate it. Of course, there are times that I can't say hi right away, only because this is a live and I do want to continue to channel the messages. But of course, now when we're in between this type of kind of like putting the cards back, I do have time to reach out and say hi. So thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. And remember, we want to move towards our next milestone, and that next milestone being 2K. So if you know people in your social circle who you feel may benefit from these free channeled messages, well, feel free to share my YouTube channel link with them. And if you want to take a look at my the family pet has arrived, and that is my beautiful little puppy. His name is Ace. Take a look down below in the description box and show him some love in his YouTube channel, Ace Doggy Corner. Okay, so take a look down below in the description box. That being said, we're going to be taking a look here at the next sign, and that, of course, is Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. Give me 1 second. I like to put it in the live because some of you come in and out because you do want to watch it live. So that's why I make sure that I have the right symbol. I mean, not the right symbol, but the symbol that shows that where we are at the moment in time. So like that, if you do come in while I'm doing the reading, you know which sign I'm talking about. There we go. So there goes Scorpio. Okay. All right. Whoop. All right. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Scorpio may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today, Scorpio, I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on both your and your partner's energy here within the month of mid-June all the way through mid-July. Okay, but first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, then look down below in the description box and click those links down below. If you would like a personal private reading, you could feel free to, again, take a look down below in the description box and click those links to get you there. That being said, Scorpio, ooh, what just came out? What just came out? And remember, Scorpio, I am reading the card or the message that's coming towards me. So I'm not reading this one, I'm reading this one. And this one down here says masked realities. Okay, masked realities. Let's see what else it says here. It says masked realities beyond posing facades and cover ups. Dare to unveil the truth hidden beneath. So here, Scorpio, in this month of mid-June through mid-July, there could be here some type of, whether this is you or whether this is your partner, but there are emotions or thoughts or just energies here that are being felt or being thought of or being, I'm getting here kind of energetically, you feeling it within your connection that is not being spoken of, whether that is you not sharing it with your partner or your partner not sharing it with you. Hello, Czar. Welcome. Thank you so much for saying hello. I greatly appreciate it. So Scorpio, this is saying here that, again, whether it's your potential energy or your partner's potential energy, or maybe both of you are feeling as if there is something here that is not being discussed, okay? That you are keeping to yourselves for whatever reason, okay? That may be here mid-June through mid-July. But this is talking about that it's not being revealed, it's not being discussed, and that type of masking is either being felt intuitively. For some of you, that may be the case because Scorpio, you are a water sign and you guys are intuitive, okay, intuitive friends. So either you or your partner, you're both feeling like something is a little bit off or someone is not being as transparent about something. I'm getting here duty, obligation. So for some of you, it's like you are in this connection either based on duty or based on some type of obligation that is being felt or experienced here. I don't know what that may be about. As you know, this is a general reading. But I'm getting here that this facade is as if it's like someone, or maybe both of you, you're trying to make it seem like you're okay with something, but you're really not. Look at that validation, confirmation. Someone here is not, there's a lack of transparency straight through. Okay, validation, confirmation here on what I was just saying. Something here is not as it may seem. Okay, so Dagger says fear, worries, and tense situations. Okay, so like I was talking about a little while ago, there is something that is being potentially being kept from the other person, whether that is you, Scorpio, from your person, or your person from you. There may be something here in regards to the reason why this is being withheld from you, or you withholding it from someone else, is because it may come across. Ace, where are you? Okay, hi, puppy. All right, sorry, guys. My puppy just moved and I want to know where he was. Sorry about that. By the way, Ace's channel is down below in the description box if you want to see him and if you want to give him some love by subscribing to the channel. But yeah, so Scorpio, I'm getting here that it's like you will feel like there's something here about one of you feeling like if you are very honest about something, that it's to the other person, or obviously your significant other with you, or you with your significant other, one of you is going to feel like there's a sense of like being stabbed in the back. Okay, so something here may be happening behind the scenes or within the mind, because swords is all about communication, but it's also about the truth of something. So there could be here a truth that's really not being discussed. I feel that there's something here connected, and I said this before this one popped out. I said this before. I'm feeling like there's something here in regards to feeling obligated, rather than being somewhere or being in a connection because there's a true, like, yeah, this is really what I want. It's coming across as a sense of obligation, and it's like not wanting to say that or making decisions based on that, because if someone is honest here, there may be a sense here of kind of like, feeling like someone is stabbing someone else in the back. It may not be that, but it may seem that way, is how this is coming across. Cup. You should accept valid criticism. There could be here this energy here, Scorpio. And I'm telling you, it's coming out so far, 2 different decks, same message that keeps coming through. Okay? There may be something here within this connection, within June, mid-June through mid-July, where one of you or both of you may not be saying exactly what you may be thinking, feeling, or experiencing within your connection. And you're doing it because you're either afraid, worried, concerned. Okay. For some of you, you feel obligated, and there's just like, I just kind of keep doing what I'm doing, because if I don't, the situation may be tense, or you're afraid. You're afraid to cause some type of tension, whether it be on your end, Scorpio, or your partner's end. So there could be here a very fine line where there could be here this kind of like knee-jerk reaction here of just not talking about something. And listen, I'm talking about this as together as a couple. But before I even go to the next deck, I'm going to be very honest with you. As I always am, what I just got intuitively. And some of you there's a denial here. There's a self-denial. There's something, situation, circumstance, or event, or energy within this connection that you may be kind of convincing yourself that fill in the blank. That's different for everyone here. But there's a sense here of denial. Okay. You are not looking at something with the honesty that it deserves, because you may either be afraid to hurt someone's feelings, and that person being your partner, or your partner is not comfortable with something and they don't want to say it because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay. There's something here about criticism and feeling defensive or acting in a very defensive way. Now, listen, tea is always hot, okay? And well, tea in a pot obviously is hot. So whatever this may be, they may cause some sense of friction, or there's this energy here of feeling afraid that, listen, if I'm honest and if I'm candid and I'm frank, just things are going to boil over in the connection. So that's how this is coming through. All right. That being said, let's take a look at what else is coming through for the both of you here. And look, you have desk. Pay attention to your work. Now, for some of you, this strain could be caused by work. It could be caused by finances. There could be here a duty that is being felt. Like I said, like I have to do what I have to do because of fill in the blank. For some of you, it's connected to work. For some of you, there could be this energy where either one of you or both of you are in the connection because there is some type of support system being felt here or being given by either one of you. And it's like if the person speaks up or if the other, however that may be, this could be at play. So the finances could be at play. The things surrounding work can be at play. And like I said a little while ago, there's a sense of like not wanting to say something because there's like, I don't want to rock the boat, so I'd rather be quiet. And so again, you have here masked realities beyond posing facades. The cover up dare to unveil the truth hidden beneath. Okay, so again, this is just validation, confirmation about what this may be. Now, some of you may be coping with this energy by just focusing on work. So that is that kind of turning a blind eye on the situation, circumstance, or event. And that may be the case here for either you, Scorpio, or your partner. It's like, hey, let me just turn a blind eye and let me just focus more on work and, coast the situation or coast the relationship. Okay. Let's take a look here. What else is coming through for you, Scorpio, and your partner? And you look. 3 decks so far. This is what I keep getting. Unrequited love. Okay. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this passion, or sorry, this relationship going. I'm getting passion, so I'm going to stick to what I said. This says relationship, but I'm getting here passion. So for some of you, it's like the passion has died or the passion has lessened. The ignited passion, chemistry, attraction here. Like I said, there could be something here in regards to that. And that may be the case here for some of you, okay? I'm also getting here. So you have the Emperor. I want to talk about that energy for a moment. But I'm also getting here that there's this kind of like either pattern of behavior or reactive knee-jerk energy where there is a disagreement or there's a sense of like not seeing eye to eye. And there could be here valid criticisms or valid constructive criticisms being shared by each of you to each other. But there could be here either one person or both of you not taking it very lightly. You take it, straight like a dagger in the heart. And that is going to require here some work in order for both of you here to get over that instinctive pattern of behavior, because what may be seeming as if like you telling each other we're okay, everything's fine, but in reality, deep down inside, whether emotionally or in your mind, it's not sitting quite right. Okay, so it's not sitting quite right within this connection. The Emperor here is ruled by Aries. So I'm getting, especially with the fact, remember that I was talking about hot tea at the top of the reading? And I'm talking about hot tea because there's a teapot. Okay, there's a teapot, there's hot water in it, and that's how you brew tea. So there could be here a little bit of, like I said, a defensive mechanism sprouting here or kind of igniting between the both of you potentially. Now, remember, this could be within your connection or it could be an external source or energy from the outside in. But either way, the Emperor energy tries to remain calm, cool, collected, and straight and, very practical. Okay, so I'm getting here with this energy with the Emperor that there may be a little bit of impatience from time to time. There may be here a little bit of like getting caught up in the emotions of it all. But the Emperor is saying that you need to kind of in a way look at this from a different angle or a different point of view. Okay, because the Emperor doesn't look at things from an emotional standpoint. The Emperor looks at things from a practical standpoint. So is this working? If it is working, is it working because there's masks here, or is it working because there is a either financial need or a whatever blank need here within this connection? And that is being represented by desk. Okay, right? Is there just a sense of a feeling of duty here, or is it because there is something deeper here? So unrequited love again says there's not enough attraction, chemistry to keep this relationship going. And so this is kind of bringing to the table what is potentially here that could be taking away the chemistry. What could be here that could be in a way eroding the chemistry or eroding the passion within this potential, within this connection. Okay. Now, the Emperor is very much of a structured type of energy. The Emperor energy in tarot is all about organization, it's about leadership, it's about movement. Okay. And movement in the direction of kind of like keeping things together. So, are you just in the connection because you are keeping it together, or is it because there's something more behind this? Look at that, Four of Cups. Okay, Four of Cups. There's a feeling here of disappointment or disillusionment that could be coming up. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to say it as it's coming out. Okay, you guys are seeing me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So, am I going to sit here and say this is not a challenging energy? No, it could be a very challenging energy. Now, listen, this is not set in stone. You can change these factors if you so choose. But there needs to be here a sense of being honest with each other, because the Four of Cups is feeling a sense of disillusionment or a sense of dissatisfaction. Okay. So the only way to be able to move past it is by having a clear communication. Okay. And being very honest with yourselves. So when you're honest with yourselves, inadvertently, you will be honest with your partner. So something here may not be as it may seem this upcoming mid-June through mid-July. Okay. So let's take a look here at what advice is coming here through for the both of you. I'm even going to go as far as like doing this to ensure that there's even more of like, there we go. Because this deck has like 90 or 85 or 90 cards. All right. I know, Scorpio, this sounds like a very challenging energy. But let's see the advice here for both of you. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry if I'm stopping, but literally my baby pup, my little baby over here, my puppy is like on my feet. He's just napping away as I'm doing the reading. All right, so let's take a look here at what's coming through. Tolerance. Tolerance. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, literally we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 decks here. It says, refusing to forgive keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity. Forgiving others or yourselves, okay, isn't for the other person. It's to free you from inner torment and return to the path you were meant to walk. Talk about validation confirmation here. I mean, very clear here for you, Scorpio, and your partner. Scorpio, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Up next, we have Cancer. Okay, Cancer, you are up next. But before I jump into the Cancer reading, for those of you who have joined me, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these messages are all free for you. And if you feel that you know people in your social circle who you feel may benefit from these messages, then feel free to share my YouTube channel with them. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope that you are enjoying these messages. And if you are, well, guess what? Just click that subscribe button and be part of the Lexa Tarot family. Now, there's a lot of my content. I do a lot of different themes. So if you are interested in sticking around and finding out those themes, just take a look at the playlist. Okay, so I do couple readings, singles readings. I do connection and separation readings. I do pick a card readings. There's lots and lots and lots on the channel. Trust me. I also do Is This Your Tarot Story? Those are timeless messages that I channel. I mean, there's lots. So I hope that you stick around for that. And guess what? As an extra bonus, there are times I do live readings and I pick the topic and then I allow you to come join in, and then I'll do a free 5-minute reading. That's my way of saying thank you to all of you who you know, obviously have been supporting this channel through your love, loyalty, and support. Okay. So it's my way of giving back to you. So if you're interested in all of the things that I mentioned, well, listen, it's easy. Just click on that subscribe button and then turn on your notification bells as well as your notification alerts. Okay. So I'll see you hopefully in the future lives as well. All right, up next we have Cancer, and then of course after Cancers will be Pisces. If you miss the other signs, then take a look at the couples reading in the couples playlist, okay? And then you'll see the fire and the earth signs, okay? Actually, hold on. Let me give you a heads up here for those of you who are watching where we are right now. Thank you so much for those of you who are popping by and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. We have Cancer. Cancer, here you go. There we go. Hello, Cancer, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Cancer may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you and your partner. As today, I'm channeling messages focusing on what could be the potential energy here coming up for you mid-June through mid-July. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, just take a look down below in the description box. All my information, credentials, and if you're interested in a private reading, that's also there too. And for those of you who are dog lovers, I have a surprise for you. I have a new member in our Lexa Tarot community, and that is my beautiful little puppy. I know every pet parent says that their puppy is beautiful and handsome and cute and all that. And guess what? I am exactly that way. So take a look down below in the description box. And if you are interested in that dog channel, my puppy channel, well, yeah, my dog or my puppy Ace, he's 3 months old, has his own YouTube channel where I will be showing off, his puppy life. All right. All right, let's take a look here. Cancer, what's coming through for you and your partner here for mid-June through mid-July. All right, let's take a look here at Cancer and their partner. What's coming through here for you potentially here in the month of June, okay? I'm sorry, mid-June through mid-July. My apologies. Mid-June through mid-July. Don't forget to come back and check out the July readings, okay? Because those will be coming up shortly. All right, let's take a look here, Cancer. You and your partner, and I'm reading the one that's looking towards me, okay? Not this one over here. So it says restraints test, trapped in instability. Hello, Real Life Acapella Reveal. Thank you so much for stopping by and saying hi. So, Cancer, you have restraints test, trapped in instability. Resist impulsive urges to find steadier ground. Okay, I feel that what I'm getting here is that either you, Cancer, or your partner may think the grass is greener somewhere else. When in reality, guess what? It's not as green as you may think, because there could be other situations, circumstances, or events in other people's lives that you may not be privy to, that you may not be aware of. Okay, so here you go. Restraints test. All right. I feel here that there is this energy here that something may potentially feel, and it's very interesting because Scorpio got a very challenging reading as well. I'm not going to say as well because I'm not done with your reading, Cancer, but Scorpio had a very challenging reading. And the reason why I remember Scorpio, because obviously I just finished doing Scorpio before your reading. But what I'm getting with you, it's with you and your potential connection here, is that there's something that doesn't feel quite either balanced or something doesn't feel quite stable, which is a very different energy than what I was getting for Scorpio's energy here. Okay. So Cancer, I'm getting here, there could be, like I said, this one just showed up, so I'm going to bring that out because it did a little peekaboo. Someone may feel here that through the tension that is being either felt or experienced potentially here mid-June through mid-July, that there's the sense here of feeling that something isn't steady, that it is unstable, that something feels a little bit off kilter in some way, shape, or form. There may be the urge to look at other connections and wish that, fill in the blank, whatever that may be. Again, I'm getting this, the grass is greener on the other side type of energy. Now, we do have here the card that says younger man. This does not mean that man is gender. Man is masculine energy that we all have within us. Remember, masculine energy is yang energy. There could be something here in regards to action. Fire is action. So let's see. It says dealings or relationship with a younger man. Okay. The younger could be pointing to a sense of inexperience or immaturity in that viewing that there are other relationships out there that may be better, or that there may be partners that are better because we are, I mean, not we as in me, but I'm saying in the connection, there could be this perceived notion that the grass is greener on the other side, when in reality, it may not be. You may be seeing these social media pictures and you may think, you may see a connection, you may like, wow, they have it all. They may not. They may have the same or even, more tough or tenser situations, circumstances, or events that they may be dealing with, and you may not know, or your partner may not know. So I'm getting here younger, meaning there could be an inexperienced manner or way that either one of you or both of you may be seeing something here. Man, I'm getting here as yang energy. So there could be just actions that are being shown by someone, whether that be you, Cancer, or your partner, that may not be showing in a very mature way. Okay, that's how this is talking to me. Now, for some of you, this may be, there could be some sense of age differences here. There could be different levels of maturity or experience. So there could be one person who may seem a little bit wiser and more experienced in something within the connection, and the other person may not. There could be here a vast age difference here, okay, from either side. And this could be coming up here as that this type of looking at things from that perspective is due to the fact that there may be a significant age difference, okay? So take what it take what resonates and leave behind, obviously, what does not make sense to you. But if that is your case, it's coming up here. You have kangaroo. Didn't I just talk about, like, forget about what the kangaroo says right now. Didn't I say that there was a significant age difference? For some of you, there's a significant age difference. Someone is older and someone is much younger, however that may play out. But kangaroo says unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Something is feeling a little shaky here, or may potentially feel here a little shaky. Okay, so this is already saying, hey, listen, there may be something here that needs to be discussed, that needs to be looked at here mid-June through mid-July. Something feels a little shaky. There needs to be a time to talk about it or plan on how to adjust the sails. That being said, you have December. Listen, I'm telling you, some of you, it may not be an age difference. There may not be. There may be some other type of difference. But for some of you, there's an age difference here. Oh my gosh, what's that saying? What is that? Spring, winter? No. December, April. Oh my God, there's a term that is like where when two people are like really, there's a vast age difference. And there's a term, something about December, May, summer, no, April, summer relationship or something like that. But anyway, for some of you, it's an age difference. I can't get it straight. I'll figure it out. But I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't remember the phrase. Okay. But for some of you, that may be the case. For others of you, there's a coldness that is being felt here or may potentially be felt here within mid-June through mid-July. For others of you, there's something here about the past or recent past. Okay, there may be some issues or some kind of residual conversation here that may not have been discussed before. It may be discussed. I'm sorry, so sorry. That may be discussed or may be coming up for the both of you. Okay, so that's what's coming through here. There's something here that could be for some of you very much connected to Capricorn energy or Scorpio energy. Okay, so Scorpio or Capricorn. It could also be a season. Something here may have come up in the past or recent past, and this is kind of talking about it resurfacing yet again here mid June through mid July. All right. Now, let's see what else is coming through for the both of you potentially here mid June through mid July. You have here playfulness. You also have here rendezvous. There's a need to kind of start looking at things from a perspective. Okay, I was called to take that out, so I will. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to, spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so again, playfulness, it could be just that. Okay, it could be talking about both of you having a lighter perspective on what may be coming up or what may be happening. This could also be, again, still connecting to this energy that I'm getting about either immaturity. Now, listen, maturity has nothing to do with age. You can have someone in whatever age and still look at things or behave in an immature way. So by all means, this is not, an age thing for everyone. This could be just a maturity level straight across the board. It could be just levels of experience. Someone's experience level is very different than someone else's experience level. And so there's this sense here of how to kind of go about those differences in a way that it's a little bit more lighthearted rather than clashing of that mindset or mindsets or clashing of egos and pride. Okay. Rendezvous says a private getaway for two is calling you, and that may be the case. Okay, there may be some energies here kind of focusing on a getaway with each other so that there is more of this kind of like, listen, going out and smelling the roses. Okay, so for some of you there may be discussions here or talks about how to get away, how to connect, whether that connection is like literally going on a trip, whether it's a weekend getaway, whether it's a summer getaway, whether it's just a staycation, whether it's just date night at home, but doing it in a very special way. But I'm getting here that that type of connection is going to be either needed or needs to be kind of taking a look as a way to grow closer with each other and not look at other relationships and compare your relationships to someone else's. Okay. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving away from ideas or mental thoughts or conversations. Okay. Six of Swords, healing this connection by moving away from the idea, and here we go, validation, confirmation, that looking at someone else's connection from afar, it's like, oh, that connection is better, or they get along better, or you know what, that looks so perfect, it looks picture perfect, and look at me and my connection, and look how much we don't agree, or look how much I whatever that may be. This is talking about getting those ideas out of your head and stop believing everything that you see, those beautiful posting. People only show the good stuff. People don't show the tough times. Not everyone does. Some people are. Some people just genuine. They're like, listen, this is what I'm going through right now. And, or listen, I've gone through hell and back and now I'm back. Or, something like that seems more manageable, more real, right? But sometimes people don't do that. They just show the beautiful, nice parts of their relationship. They're not showing the full extent of what's going on behind the curtain. Okay, or behind closed doors. So this Six of Swords is saying, hey, listen, get away from that type of mindset, and move towards, let's see, move towards, I'm getting spending more time together with this rendezvous, but move towards, look at that, move towards love, move towards emotional maturity, move towards emotional intelligence, move towards connection and vibes, romantic actions here with the Queen of Cups, okay? Being calm, cool, and collected when things are heated. All right. This is talking about both of you moving towards, and let me show you why I'm saying moving towards, because the Six of Swords is leaving something behind. Okay, so it's leaving something behind. It's kind of doing this kind of like clean slate type of energy, and it's moving towards this Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is, energetically speaking, someone who is emotionally secure. Someone who's emotionally secure can say, hey, listen, you know what? I know that we go through our situations, circumstances, and events, and so does everyone else. How can we fix it? How can we, get it back to the way it was, or how can we make it even better? Okay. The Queen of Cups is supportive. The Queen of Cups is about nurturing and empathy and compassion, and is intuitive. So I feel here that both of you may agree, okay, in the following. Even if you might not speak about this thinking that things are better in somebody else's garden, you may be feeling it intuitively. And this is talking about the Queen of Cups saying, hey, listen, let's focus on romantic actions. Let's focus on maturity. Okay. Let's focus on our emotional maturity and our emotional security, not only with each other, but with yourselves as well. That being said, let's take a look at what advice here we have for both of you, Cancer, in your connection hold on, something flipped over, mid-June through mid-July. And you have here flexibility. There you go. Someone had this here. I'm meaning another sign just had this. I don't remember if it was the water sign. No, it was the air signs. So this may be connected for some of you. If your partner is an air sign, you may want to watch the air signs. I'm just saying that because there was an air sign that got this same energy. But anyway, flexibility, like an octopus swimming in the deep sea. Your flexibility is your best weapon against pressure. Adopting to change isn't about surrender. It's about smartly aligning yourselves. True strength lies in constant adaptation. Just like the Queen of Cups. Why am I saying just like the Queen of Cups? The Queen of Cups represents the water energy. Water is never the same. Okay. Meaning, if you know about sailing, if you know about getting on, boats and sailing boats, private boats, yachts, whatever this might be. If you know anything about sailing, you'll know that every day could be a whole different type of can of worms when it comes to the currents of the ocean. So that being said, this is talking about those currents of the ocean, meaning emotion here, may fluctuate from time to time. And there's a need here to remember that the way that you're able to cope and go with the flow and the waves of your relationship is very important. I'm also getting here, all hands need to be on deck. Why? Well, the octopus has 8 tentacles. So even though both of you may be multitasking, I want to say I remember who it was. I want to say that this came out in Libra. So if your partner has some type of Libra connection, you may want to take a look at that. But octopus has 8 tentacles. So there may be, even though there may be lots of things going on, maybe here mid-June through mid-July, this is talking about being able to kind of pull all hands on deck, meaning both you, Cancer, and your partner, and focus on how to repair this misaligned perspective in regards to thinking that other connections or other people may be better than what you have in your connection. Okay. So that is all I'm going to say on that. I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, Cancer, and I'll see you soon. All right, intuitive friends, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here. My apologies if I have to you got to wait till those moments here when I'm not doing the channeling in order for me to say hi. But I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Today I did a live earlier. Okay, so I did a live earlier focusing on what you need to know this week. Okay, I might come on a little later to give you the rest, or not the rest, but to give others of you an opportunity to take part of that if you missed the opportunity earlier due to the fact that you may be in a different time zone. Okay, so that being said, there's a 50-50 chance. It all depends. Let's see. Because my little buddy over here is taking the longest nap on earth. He is so quiet. By the way, he's a Pisces. He is a Pisces. Super lovable, this little one. This puppy, he's so cute. His name is Ace. So we have Ace Doggy Corner on, that's his YouTube channel. So if you want to just take a look at that, and if you love dogs or if you know people who do, feel free to share my my Ace's YouTube channel with like-minded souls and people who love dogs. There you go. All right. Last but not least, Pisces. The time has come, Pisces. We are now focusing on Pisces, and let's take a look what's coming through for you. All right, let's see. All right, Pisces, give me 1 second here. If you miss the other signs, the other elements, take a look at the couples playlist. The fire signs and earth signs are there. Okay. Hello, Pisces, and welcome back to the channel. Whether you are a Pisces sun, moon, rising, Venus, or however Pisces may show up on your astrological natal chart for you or for your partner, then these messages are for the both of you. Sorry here. Okay, so those messages are for the both of you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what you may potentially be encountering, things that you need to know, what may be potentially coming up for the both of you here for mid-June through mid-July. Okay. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And for those of you who are interested in learning more about me, my client testimonial, or my credentials, or if you're interested in private readings, then feel free to look down below in the description box. All that information is there. Okay, I'm sorry if I keep moving back and away from the camera. I always like to shuffle in front of the camera so like that you guys can see what's going on. There's no magic tricks behind behind the camera. Okay, so all here is live, and let's see what's coming through for you, Pisces, and your significant other, twin flame, soulmate, partner, spouse, connection, however you may title your connection. Let's see. And for those of you who just saw me that I just twisted it, this deck has messages on both sides, which is why I did that. I'm going to be reading the message that's looking towards me, not the one that's looking towards you. That being said, you have icy goodbyes amid unclear paths and frozen moments. The hardest choice is leaving for clarity. Okay, listen, for those of you who are watching this and are reconciling, or you had a really bad, difficult situation with your partner or your partner with you, I'm going to suggest the following. I just did a reading not too long ago focusing on we've reconciled, now what? For some of you, I'm feeling here to kind of share with you that I do have a reading there also. This may apply to you. Doesn't apply to everyone. Again, take what resonates. But some of you here may have had a breakup, separation, or divorce with each other and are coming back to each other or starting to kind of like lay a new foundation within your connection. Okay, whether this may be kind of a pattern that happens on and off, or for others of you here, there may be a situation, circumstance, or event that may be approaching here mid-June through mid-July that may cause such a big turmoil or such big friction that may be the go-to type of energy that either you may move towards, Pisces, or your partner may move towards. So there could be something like silent treatment going on here. There could be the sense of, very interesting, because I'm going to say this, like Scorpio had a very challenging reading. So if you if your partner is a Scorpio also, is a Scorpio, or their placements could be in Scorpio even if they're not. That came up for them too. So I don't know. For some of you, I'm being called to kind of tell you that because there may be some type of clarity here. But this energy that I'm getting here for you, Pisces, is as equally heavy as that Scorpio reading that I had a little while ago. So that may be important here to know. Again, you know that this is a general reading, so just giving you that also. I'm getting here, Pisces, that either you or your partner may be there may be something coming up. What are you doing? Oh, there you are. So sorry. There may be this energy here happening where even if you may not say it, even if you may not share it with each other, there may be something here that could be coming up mid-June through mid-July where there's this thought, okay? There could be a thought or a feeling as if, I don't know how long we can last in this current energy, whatever energy that may potentially be for the both of you mid-June through mid-July. It's feeling challenging. So it's not feeling like it's oh yeah, we're, everything's rosy. It's feeling like a challenging energy. And I feel that if it's not you, it could be your partner. If it's not your partner, it could be you. Whatever this challenging energy is, there's this kind of like, should I stay or should I go? Should I stay within this connection, or should we really start talking about like how this is just, what other tools and resources can we use to kind of keep it together? And it's very interesting here, Pisces, because it's coming across as there's this energy that the connection is still together, or there's a consideration of still staying together because there could be obligations or duties connected to the connection rather than as something else, so whether it's the social norms, whether it's other people, whether it's not wanting to show that there's some tension or fragments here within the connection, that you don't want to show other people that there's a friction or that things aren't going as great as other people may think. There's this energy here that I'm getting, kind of like trying to keep things on the down low, or trying to like not show something for there could be social norms, there could be cultural situations here that may be keeping, there could be even responsibilities of children, family, or oh my gosh, what will people say if we don't continue this, even if we're not as happy as we would like to be? Or maybe this is again showing strains here from something from way before. So this may not be just a mid-June to July. For some of you, it's feeling like it's been this way for a while. And there are times where the iciness between the both of you is felt a lot. Okay. So much so that there is this sense of considering like, Oh my gosh, like I'm just here to go through the motions of it. So again, for some of you, there's that emotion here, but let's see what else is coming through. Okay, because it says here the hardest choice is leaving for clarity. All right, and you have, look at that, exactly what I just said. There could be here energies of a lot of, and I'm not getting like one misunderstanding. So for some of you that it's like, oh yeah, we just met and we just had our first one. Okay, yes, that could be a little bit for you. There could be some patterns of behavior that either you or your partner may be showing each other that are not very healthy. Some of you may kind of storm into the like, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to stone wall you by just like not talking. I'm going to withdraw my emotions. I'm going to withdraw my, communication. I'm just going to be super, super cold. Okay, yes, that could be there for some of you. But for others of you, this is coming across like there is something here, many years of misunderstanding, many months of misunderstanding, many times of not understanding each other, many times of building this type of jaded energy around either you or the connection. That's what I'm getting here. And this buildup over time finally coming up to the surface mid-June through mid-July, that it's been such a long time of this energy happening over and over again that it's causing this kind of like, should I stay or should I go type of energy, whether it's something that is spoken or something that, again, like I said, is being felt, okay, by either one of you or both of you. Okay. I'm sorry that it's coming across so heavy, but we'll see what else is coming through. Okay. All right. Let's see what else is coming through. So again, for some of you, if you are in the midst of reconciliation, take a look at we've reconciled, now what? And that's there. Okay. I feel here that one of you or both of you, I'm getting two messages. The first one of you may feel that you are the one that's carrying the relationship. Forget, I'm not even reading what's here. I'm telling you what I'm getting intuitively, and then I'll read what the card says. One of you feels here that you are carrying the relationship, that this relationship has lasted as long as it has because you are strictly focusing on, we got to keep it together. And the moment that you decide like this may not be what I continually want to have, whether it's you, Pisces, or the other person, could go either way. Remember, vice versa here. Okay. But there's one of you that may feel that you're carrying the connection. That's the first message. The second message, this is a mama kangaroo and this is a baby kangaroo. For some of you, you feel that the reason you are moving and continuing in this connection could be because there's family involved. You may have children together. You may have social norms. There may be cultural norms. There may be a kind of like, culturally or socially where it's like, we can't give up. We have to make it work. So there's this sense of obligation and there's this sense of duty that is holding this together. But again, there could be this energy of like, how long can we last in this energy of something that just doesn't feel quite as right as it did. Now I'm going to read what Kangaroo says. And Kangaroo says, unsettled times need to plan ahead. Okay. Others of you are in this connection due to financial burdens. In other words, I'm not going to divorce. It's going to be too expensive for me to get a divorce. It's as simple as that. I'm just going to be real. Others of you are like, listen, we have kids and I'm not going to do this. We need to figure this out. And that's fine. Wherever you may stand with your connection, that's fine. Hey, no judgments on my end. I'm just kind of telling you here, this is the energy that I'm seeing here for you potentially mid June through mid-July. Now, remember that I just said that some of you may be staying for financial reasons. Here you go. Plenty of material things. So that's number one. This is giving me validation confirmation. For others of you here, this tension may be financial, Meaning someone is struggling here, or both of you are struggling financially. It may have nothing to do with the fact that you don't love each other. It may have nothing to do with anything other that we keep arguing because of money, or we keep arguing because of tangible things in the 3D world, how this is coming across. Whether it's like we are arguing because of work, we're arguing because of money, we're arguing because of whatever that may be. And you may be saying to each other in your mind, maybe not to each other, but you may be thinking in your mind, are we truly compatible, or have we come to a impasse where we need to kind of see things for what they are, not what we would want them to be? Okay. And so that may be here a tough talk that needs to be had. Okay. However, this may resonate for you. Now, is there a silver lining? As long as two people are more than willing, and you need two, not one, not half of one, not sometimey one. You need two people who are truly saying, you know what, no matter what. Yes, it's tough. Yes, we're going through a turbulent time. This has been the toughest chapter of our time together, but we are going to make this work. Sometimes I carry you, sometimes you carry me, but we're in it for the long haul. And again, wherever your situation may be, it is what it is, right? And so, but this is giving you that kind of like, for those of you who are like, listen, it doesn't matter. There is no thing as divorce in my connection. Then there you go. This is more about kind of like, okay, so how are we going to carry each other through this? For others of you, you're coming down to kind of like the last straw that has broke the camel's back, and that's how this is feeling, okay? I mean, validation, confirmation, you have unrequited love. Someone here within this connection, okay? I'm going to say it again. Again, these are general messages, but I'm going to bring it out to the open again. I'm going to say that Scorpio and Pisces, both of you have had challenging messages here this month. Unrequited love says, there is not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Validation, confirmation on the fear of leaving, the maybe financial situations that may be involved. There could be cultural differences. There could be a duty. There could be like, I feel like I have to because I have no choice, so I might as well stay. That's fine. Wherever you may be. The point is, something here for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, it's like it's really weighing down. So much so that it's creating some sense of wedge within your either physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, or intellectual intimacy. What do I mean by intellectual intimacy? You're not stimulating each other, not even through conversations anymore. Okay? For others of you, this is just a rough patch. Why? Because this is saying that your prayers, your yearning, desires, okay, you've been praying on this, you've been manifesting like, God, please, universe, please, someone up there, whoever can hear me, we need to make this work. Please help us and give us a way to make this better. And I'm feeling here for those of you who are in that boat, for those of you who are in that energy, like, listen, I really want, we both want to, we just don't know how. I feel that there is this sense of like that help is coming, or that improvement may be coming your direction. Okay. Here's the thing. Are both of you equally invested? Because that's another thing, right? You could pray all day, but if two people are not both connecting and both kind of seeing how both can contribute to the connection, then that's going to make it difficult. But I do feel here that some of you are like, okay, how can we make this easier? Well, you need to start making more dates for each other, meaning only for each other. Okay, that could be dates in the house. That doesn't have to be outside, or money, a lot of money involved. This could be just spending time together at home, when the kids go down to sleep or something, and creating some spicy energy between the both of you. Wink, wink, fill in the blank. Okay. For others of you, it may be a getaway, maybe a getaway in your city, town, and state, or country. Maybe traveling abroad. I mean, whatever it is. But there's this energy here of spending time together because the quality of time is going to be of importance. Okay. I'm also getting romantic gestures here. Understanding each other's love language is going to be of importance here. All right, Pisces, let's see what else is coming through. Please stay to the end because I do have more messages here coming through for you. You have the Page of Pentacles. Listen, starting to put in the groundwork here in order for the manifestations and the prayers to actually come into fruition. Why am I saying that? Page are all about the mindset. It's a beginner mindset. So the Page of Pentacles is saying here, listen, you want to ground something. Both of you want to ground something here in this connection. You want to make it better. Well, it's going to be very important for you to both be praying, manifesting, and looking towards new opportunities in order to make this beginner mindset type of energy or plans that you have in your mind, in your heart, or in your desires, and make it into reality. So this means Pentacles energy is all about grounding those ideas in patience, grounding it through consistency, through effort. And what I mean consistency, effort, and energy, I mean both, not just one person. So there has to be an equal give and take. Okay? For others of you, again, like I said, children may be at play here, okay, as well. Last but not least, you have the moon. And what's funny here is that I'm getting that both of you may be feeling this. There's an intuitive type of energy, number one. Both of you may be very intuitive. Number two, you could be the intuitive one here, Pisces. I am a Pisces moon, so I know I am very intuitive, so I get it. My placements, I'm a Taurus sun, but I'm a Pisces moon. So there you go. That's where the spirituality and the clairvoyance and everything else comes from. My moon sign, right? So here you have the moon. Some of you are keeping this quiet, whether it's you or it's your partner. You're keeping it quiet from people on the outside. You're keeping it maybe even quiet from each other. Okay. But the moon card is telling me here that both of you are intuitive. In order for there to be an improvement, there needs to be an outward, how can I say, like outward action. You need to speak each other's love language. If you've never read that book, you should. The 5 Love Languages. Great book for a good read so that you can understand your person's love, your partner's love language, and they can understand yours. Maybe that'd be a great idea. You get a book, get 2 copies, one for you, one for your partner. Every week, read 1 chapter or read 3 pages, depending how busy you guys are, and then talk about it. There you go. So whatever it's being kind of withheld from each other needs to be discussed. What I'm also getting here with the moon as well is the fact that you are a Pisces and you are showing up in your own reading. So when that happens, that means there's a lot of strength behind that specific message. And so what I'm getting here is, some of you, listen, you don't want, you want to stay. Some of you may not, but some of you may. And for those that do, there's a sense of like, what do you need to do in order to continue to keep it together? Okay, so what actions do you need to do for each other and towards each other in order to bring more unity rather than more friction? Okay. All right. That being said, let's take a look at the advice. Okay. Now I'm going to do this because this deck has like close to 90. Oh my gosh. Did that fall? It sure did. Hold on a second, guys. Hey, cutie. All right. Man, this little boy over here, this little puppy has slept today. He has slept. Don't worry, mama's almost done, okay, honey? All right, that being said, let's take a look here at what else is coming through. What is the potential advice here for both of you? Okay, let's see. What is the potential advice? And you have here dependence. Remember, again, child and parent. It doesn't have to be a mother. It could be father, child, mother, child. Again, it's coming across here. Ace, no. Again, father, child, mother, child. Okay, so talk about validation, confirmation on the message that for some of you, that's what it was talking about. Listen carefully. It says you're dependent on a relationship. That could be both of you. Okay, or habits that hinder your shine. Does it sound familiar? It says, believe in yourselves. You are already ace. No. Sorry, guys. You're dependent on a relationship or habit that's hindering your shine. Believe in yourselves. You already have all you need to succeed. And the only affirmation comes from within. Okay. So take that message as it may resonate. Pisces, I want to thank you for joining. Thank you so much for your love, loyalty, and your support. And I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.